farmer goes up to his house, and the animals meet in the barn to have a meeting. In the meeting, the prize pig, Old Major, gives a speech about a dream he had a previous night. In the dream, Old Major foresaw a farm in which all the animals were happy and had luxurious lives away from the humans. Old Major dies peacefully a few days after his speech, and the other animals are unsure if Old Major's dream of a free farm will become a reality. Some of the smarter animals come together and discuss Old Major's ideas. The pigs, Snowball, Napoleon, and Squealer formulate the main philosophies of their utopia and call it animalism. One of the animals wonders if there will be sugar cubes and hair ribbons in the utopia. The pigs explain those are chains of slavery. One night, the animals managed to run Mr. Jones and his wife off the farm, ridding the farm of all humans. They rename it Animal Farm. Animal Farm has 7 commandments for the animals to follow, which ensure safety in the state and forbid animals from moving into any of the vices of men. The most important commandment is all animals are created equal. Animal Farm became very prosperous. The animals worked together to accomplish their goals through Boxer works the most. Benjamin Donkey is the only one who feels that there is no difference between the old and new farms. The pigs attempt to educate the rest of the animals and succeed for the most part. Once it is clear that simply memorizing the commandments is difficult for some animals, Snowball develops the motto, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The Jones returned to Animal Farm with some other townspeople to take back the farm. A battle broke out between the animals, and the people called the Battle of the Cowshed. The animals ultimately win the day and only lose 1 sheep in the battle. Boxer feels guilty because they may have killed a boy in the battle, but reassured by Snowball that is the only good human is a dead human. The dead sheep, Boxer and Snowball, were all given awards for their bravery in battle. A rifle was recovered from the battle and shot twice a year on the anniversary of the battle and the anniversary of the Revolution. The winter proved to be rather difficult, and meetings began to be held in the farm. Napoleon and Snowball continued to disagree with one another's ideas. Snowball suggests that the animals should build a windmill to power the farm. Napoleon argues that they should work to provide for current needs. At one meeting, Snowball is run off by the farm by some animals and not seen again. Squealer tells the other animals that Snowball was a traitor and Napoleon will make a grand sacrifice to make all the citizens from now on. The animals are confused by these sharp changes, but are too intimidated to speak out. In order to build the windmill, the animals must do breakback labor. They must ration the food because food production is less due to the construction of the windmill. The animals now receive similar food rations as when Mr. Jones was around. The farm still requires tools that cannot be made at the farm for the construction of the windmill. Napoleon begins trading with solicitors and explains that trade and money were not forbidden by commandments, and those think they have been tricked by Snowball. Later, the pigs began sleeping in the house in the beds. When the other animals question this, they see the commandments and have been changed to no animal shall sleep in beds with sheets. A major storm comes over the farm, destroying roof tiles, an elm tree, the flagstaff, and the windmill. Napoleon gives a speech saying that Snowball sabotaged the windmill and inspires the animals to work even harder to complete the task. The winter is very cold, and the farm has major food shortages while they try to hide from other farms. Napoleon contracts to sell 400 eggs, to which the animals uproar. Old Major's first complaint was how humans engage in cruel egg trade. The hens rebel and their rations are cut entirely. 9 hens die before they are given to Napoleon's commands. Napoleon tells the animals that Snowball has been coming to the farm at night and sabotaging their efforts. All the things that go wrong on the farm are blamed on Snowball. One day, Napoleon goes on a witch hunt for animals in league with Snowball. 4 pigs and many other animals are executed by the dogs. animals discover that the commandment against killing other animals says no animal shall kill another animal without cause, and blame their memory for forgetting the last two words. The building of the windmill is now complete. Then one night, Farmer Frederick comes and places explosives in the windmill and blows it up. Boxer and the loyal workhorse is injured in the explosion and has a hard time working. Regardless of his injuries, he does not miss a day of work. Boxer seems to be a bit better and continues to work in the windmill. He says that he will retire once the windmill is built and looks forward to a happy life in the pastures. One day, Boxer collapses as he is pulling gears to the windmill. Napoleon says he will arrange to have Boxer taken to a human doctor. When the truck comes to Animal Farm, it reads Glue Factory on the side. Boxer tries to get out, but his strength is lost. Spooler says the hospital just uses the truck for transportation, while Boxer is never seen again. Years go by and food rations decrease. The name of the farm has been changed back to Manor Farm, and Napoleon frequently invites humans to the house. The pigs walk on their hind legs, wear clothes, listen to the radio, and use the telephone. One day, Napoleon and another farmer are playing a card game, and the animals looking into the window cannot distinguish between the humans and the pigs. The book says the 7 commandments. 1. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. 2. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. 3. No animal shall wear clothes. 4. No animal shall sleep in a bed. 5. No animal shall drink alcohol. 6. No animal shall kill another animal. 7. All animals are equal. These ideas of the 7 commandments establishes the main rule of animalism. Orwell's direct diction implies that the lack of education of the animals, the significance of the 7 commandments, that throughout the novel, the more intelligent animals were able to manipulate and take control of the animal form due to the lack of education of the majority. The book says 12 voices were shouting in anger, and they were all alike. No questions now what had happened to the faces of the pigs. The creatures outside looked like pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. Orwell uses the allegory in relation to the Russian Revolution to depict the universal theme of corruption of power over individuals. Over the course of the novel, there is a less of the separation of the pigs and the men. The pigs who were attempting to try to leave the animal farm now rule the farm with an iron fist similar to their former oppressors, Mr. Jones.
What you doing, Teller? Nice.
Oh, your
Very
flies
good.
are disappearing.
I don't understand.
You're just getting confused basically. You can't control your own house. I feel like America can't control itself. Don't record that.
You're gonna think the last thing. No more. You can erase the box too. There it goes. Our frame box. Shelby, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go and finish my corrections.
You're not.